We can't control what goes on around us, but what we can control is ourselves. So if we're just going to work on ourselves, we're going to take care of our family, our business, our fitness, make more money and do all this stuff. We can't control that and we're going to feel better. But if we live in a state of worry and anxiety and panic and we're just worried about all this shit, we're always going to be worried about that. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez, and in today's episode, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. A lot of the stuff I talk about is just working on the inner self, cutting out the excuses, cutting out the BS so we can become our best self. But what I also want to talk about is giving you some actual tactical steps, because sometimes if we are low energy, if we're feeling tired, sluggish, it's going to be a lot harder to act on this stuff. So if we can wake up every day, feel more energized, feel like we're motivated to do stuff, feel productive, in the right mindset and everything, we're going to be able to actually take action on these goals a lot better. We're going to be able to push through a lot better and get a lot more done. So that's exactly what I want to talk about today, is just some of the stuff that I do on a daily basis just to be able to show up at my best with good energy, with good motivation, and that really helps me stay productive and get the most out of the days we can. And there's lots of guys, especially that I talk to in the fitness space and, that are overweight, that are unhealthy. They wake up every day, and maybe this is you wake up every day, you're tired, you are feeling, low motivation, sluggish, not knowing what to do. And it's hard to get to a better place in our life if we wake up feeling like that every day. So if we actually start working on ourselves and take some of these actions that I'm going to give you and some of this stuff that can help you actually feel better on a daily basis, you're going to be able to get a lot more done. Because like I say, when we're feeling our best, when we're great energy, great motivation, we're going to want to get stuff done. And that's how we can really succeed in these areas in our life. So with that being said, I'm going to dive into, like I said, some of the strategies that I implement myself on a daily basis. And, I've been talking to some of my clients recently that have been struggling with low energy and being tired. And sometimes it can be hard to want to get stuff done. But of course, just know that sometimes we could be doing everything perfectly and still feel a certain way. And it just could be, maybe it's been a long week or something like that, but we still have to show up and get it done, of course. So I'm going to start off with saying that, but I am going to also give you lots of tactical stuff that we can do on a daily basis just to show up better and to start feeling better and everything. So with that being said, obviously, I'm going to be talking about the mindset, the nutrition, the workout, sleep, all this stuff that can really just help optimize the way we're feeling on a daily basis. So first things first, I'm going to talk about what you can do to start off your day with more energy. Now, I know lots of you, and I used to do this myself, is we just go straight to coffee. We wake up, have coffee in the morning, but coffee is actually a diuretic, which means it helps you actually drop water. So what I suggest even before the coffee is just having some water, 12 to 16 ounces, a big cup of water. You can even add some lemon to it. That'll be a little bit better as well, but just hydrate your body. You just slept for 6 to 8 hours, whatever it is, your body's in a dehydrated state. So when you replenish your body with water, first thing in the morning, it's going to give you actually a boost of energy, especially if you are working out or something first thing in the morning and you go work out dehydrated, your workout's going to suffer. So before the coffee, first things first, especially right when you wake up, have a big thing of water. It's also been proven that if you wait 30 to 60 minutes after you wake up, before you have your coffee, you're going to actually get more energy, because what happens is your body wakes up and your cortisol is usually high first thing in the morning. So if you actually wait for it to come down, it's 30, 60 minutes, allow it to come down. Well, now you're going to be able to have coffee and it's going to give you that boost of energy again, because if you have caffeine first thing in the morning when your cortisol is already higher, sometimes that can lead to you feeling in a more stressed out state, or you feeling anxious, or the jitters or something like that. So I always suggest, wait on that coffee 30 to 60 minutes if you can. And then obviously start off first things first, hydrating, then have the coffee. And that's just first thing in the morning. Now, what I also suggest is, make it a point to hydrate. Good rule of thumb is to have about half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, have 100 ounces of water. That's going to help you stay really hydrated throughout the day. And when we're hydrated, we're going to feel more energy. Everything's going to be flowing better. When your body is sluggish and tired and brain fog and all that stuff, sometimes we're just dehydrated. What I suggest too is have a big gallon of water at your desk or in your car, just having it close by so you can actually remember to hydrate. You're going to feel a lot better throughout the day just from being more hydrated. And another little tip I can give you is if you're working out, you can add some pink salt to your water, before your workouts or even during your workout. And that's going to help you actually have more energy and get a better workout. Lots of the runners and stuff that tire out, they call it the runner's block or whatever it is. It's because you're low on salts. So if you actually add some pink salt to your water, it's actually going to help you feel more energized and get a better workout. So, add half a teaspoon or something really small just to your water for your workout. And you're going to notice a little bit of energy just off of that. And nowadays they're even making some pre-workouts with that in there too, because it's been proven to help you out. So the first things first, like I said, hydrate first thing in the morning, get your body hydrated. Next thing is, obviously, we want to fuel our body properly with good foods and healthy foods. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but lots of times we feel like shit. We feel sluggish and stuff because we're just eating all this processed food. And if you don't know anything about insulin, but basically, without getting too scientific, the more processed food, the more carbs you eat, you have what's called an insulin spike, which means, hey, you might get a quick boost of energy, but then you get that crash. We've all had that where we eat like a big thing of pasta or, a big thing of rice and we're tired afterwards. And that's exactly why. So if we can minimize our carbs, or if we could switch to a whole grain or a slower digesting carb, it's going to have that sustained energy. So that's why, fibers, veggies, and the carbs with fiber in them are actually better because they're going to help long-lasting energy. We don't want those insulin spikes, maybe unless it's right after your workout. But other than that, we don't want these insulin spikes throughout the day. Number one, it's going to blunt fat loss. It can also, give us an energy crash, which is what we don't want. And everybody reacts differently to carbs. But I know me personally too, if I do have higher carbs, I actually feel more tired and stuff like that. So I try to keep my carbs minimum, and I actually just time my carbs around my workout, fuel up with some carbs maybe before the workout to give me a little bit of energy, and then after workout for post recovery, and then I try to minimize them or just try to keep them whole grains. That's why some people feel better on keto, because they're just cutting out lots of the processed carbs and everything. Now, of course, keto is not something I usually recommend just because it's not sustainable long term, and lots of people do it wrong. They do super high fats, and it starts making them feel like crap and everything like that. So what I would suggest instead is actually just reducing some of these carbs, especially the processed carbs, switch to, like I said, whole grains or even fruits, veggies, things like that, stuff that's going to feel better. And if you start to eat these foods, you'll feel better just by cutting out lots of the processed carbs. And that's just very simple stuff, just eating better and drinking fluids, that are going to support your goals. Cut out the alcohol, that stuff that's going to make you feel like crap. Of course, that's a no-brainer. Next thing I want to jump into is sleep, which is very important. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to lose weight. You're going to be tired. You're going to be stressed. It's going to throw everything else off. And we could be hydrated. We could be eating good. But if we're not getting enough sleep, it's going to be hard to want to do anything. So when I talk about sleep, there's a stuff that I practice every single day, and it's helped me, and they can help you as well. So one of the first things we could do is obviously monitor our caffeine intake. If we're drinking coffee throughout the day, energy drinks, it's going to be hard to sleep. So the kind of the rule of thumb is have coffee no later than 10 hours before your bedtime. So if you're going to bed at 10 o'clock, your last coffee is about, noon. Keep the caffeine to a minimum. And like I said, no caffeine 10 hours before bed. That's going to help you, number one, right there. Number two is obviously setting a clear bedtime and wake up time. If you get your body used to going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day, your body's going to get in a rhythm. I have the bedtime reminder. It tells me, hey, 9:30 bedtime. But of course, I've been doing it for so long, I don't even need the reminder. So the first thing I do is I set that bedtime, but then I actually backtrack to actually set myself up so I can hit that bedtime. So I cut myself off of work at 5:30, I'll relax, have dinner, have family time. And then, by 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, it's kind of when I relax, and we relax with the family. Maybe we'll watch a movie, we'll do something to relax. But I'm not working late hours. I cut myself off, and that way I'm able to make this consistent bedtime, because when I go to bed at 9:30, I'm going to be able to wake up at 5:30 and stick to my schedule every single day, every single week. And that can set me up for a successful day. If we're going to bed at 10, 12, 9, 8, and just all over the place, your body never gets a chance to get used to it. So if you can get in the habit of going to bed and waking up at a certain time every day, well, that allows you to structure the rest of the day, because now you know what time you're going to wake up. So you can schedule in your workouts, you can schedule in your work time, your family time, whatever it is. But start with that. Start with a clear and cut bedtime and wake up time. Start structuring your day so you can fit in this stuff. I know for me, when I wake up, first thing I do is, I'll read and work on some self-development stuff. I know about 7 o'clock, I'm going to start work stuff, and I always work on myself before I go work for anybody else, learn, improve myself, and then I'll go start working for everybody else. And then I have a block every day where I save for my workouts. It's 11 to 2 every single day. And that can be my workouts. I'm going to eat, I'm going to shower, maybe I got to do some errands or whatever it is. And then I have my 2 time blocks in the morning and the evening for work. So it all starts with you developing some structure with your bedtime, your wake up time. And then this way you're able to fit in everything. So start developing some structure. But like I said, the big thing with this is, and the reason we want to do this is because we want to get enough sleep. And a couple other things we can do to work on our sleep is, number one, if you've never heard of the supplement magnesium glycinate, I would suggest you look into that, try that. I take 2 every night before bed. It not only helps you sleep, but when your body is actually deficient in magnesium, you can have trouble sleeping. So lots of people are. So magnesium glycinate can help you sleep better, but plus it also helps with muscle relaxation, soreness, recovery, all that stuff. So that's just another reason to supplement with magnesium if you haven't. Another thing you can do is just try to limit that blue light. If you're working or you're on a computer or anything like that right before bed, it's going to actually throw off your melatonin, and that can be hard for you to sleep as well. So just cut off the blue light, like work on the caffeine. Another thing is try not to eat a big meal 4 hours before bed, because your body's actually going to be working to digest that food, and that could just be another thing that throws out the sleep as well. Work on the sleep. We're going to feel better throughout the day. We're going to feel more energized, probably in a better mood. Work on this hydration, work on this food, and that's just the basics on that. Now we want to talk about getting the mind right. If we're talking shit to ourselves, if we're down, if we're negative to ourselves, it's going to throw off our day. We're going to feel we don't want to do shit. We're not going to feel motivated. We're not going to want to do anything if we get in this negative self-talk. Oh, poor me, this victim mindsets, or just some of this negative self-talk that we tell ourselves, I can't do this, it's too hard, or all that bullshit that we tell ourselves that can really throw us off. So the next thing we have to do is get that mindset right. We always, no matter what it is, we're working on fitness, business, just ourselves, or just, going through the daily life. We want to be in a positive mindset. We don't want to talk shit to ourselves. We want to think positive thoughts, think good stuff. And that's just going to help push us a lot better. So one of the first things I always suggest too, if you've never done any kind of mindset work, start working on your mindset. Even if it's 10, 15 minutes a day, it might sound crazy, or how do I do this? Watch some motivational videos, watch some videos on money mindset, watch some videos on, self-talk. One of the favorite books I recommend is What You Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. And it talks all about that. Just the way you talk to yourself is going to change how your day goes. So we got to work on that self-talk. We've got to work on that mindset. And just that belief in ourselves. Like no matter what it is, like I said, if it's fitness, business, we have to have a positive mindset, because sometimes there's going to be challenges. Sometimes the stuff always isn't easy. But when we have a positive mindset, when we believe in ourselves, when we know that we're just going to keep on working, we're going to keep on just doing what we got to do. We're going to figure it out. We're going to find a way to accomplish it. It's going to happen. So that's the first thing we do, is just, work on that mindset every day. Cut off any negative news. I don't watch the news at all. I would suggest, limiting all that time, because what do you hear? Gunshots. This person died. This person got robbed. This country's going on to war, which of course, all that crap going on now. But hey, limit that stuff. I don't follow any. I took off the news feature on Facebook. I don't follow any news pages. I don't watch the news. I don't even want to surround myself with that, because number one, I can't control it. We can't control what goes on around us, but what we can control is ourselves. So if we're just going to work on ourselves, we're going to take care of our family, our business, our fitness, make more money and do all this stuff. We can't control that, and we're going to feel better. But if we live in a state of worry and anxiety and panic, and we're just worried about all this shit, we're always going to be worried about it. But that's exactly what the media wants. They want you to feed into the bullshit, scared, panic, all that stuff. We don't want to live in that state. So I'd suggest cutting off any negativity, anything that's going to bring you down, anything that's going to put you in a state of worry or anxiety or fear or just, depression or whatever it is. Cut that off. If it's friends, if it's people, cut them off. Even if it's family, we need to limit our times with them, because those people can have a big effect on what it is we're trying to accomplish. If you tell someone, I want to accomplish this goal, I want to do this next, I want to achieve my fitness, and they're like, oh, why are you going to do that? You're going to do this again? Or you failed last time? Or if they feed bullshit into your mind, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to affect your mindset and maybe that belief in yourself, and it's going to be hard to want to stick to it. So we limit our time from any kind of negative influences, any negative news, or anything that's going to bring us down. That way we get the mind right. So after we get the mind right, next thing we want to do is obviously start moving. Just move more, no matter what it is. I actually got a little walk pad under my desk. I got a stand-up desk, so I'm getting in lots of steps every single day, and it's helped me so much in multiple ways. I was only getting 4,000 to 5,000 steps a day sometimes. Now I'm getting 10,000 plus. I feel more energy. I feel more productivity because I'm constantly moving. Sometimes when we sit down all day, I'd get the back pain, and you just feel tight. And, you get the hunch over shoulders and all that stuff. So if you're working on a desk, I would suggest getting a stand-up desk. Or if you do have to sit down for work, hey, get up every once in a while, move, stretch out, get loose. Work on getting a walk in first thing in the morning or evening or after dinner. All these little steps and all these little things can go a long way. But like I said, it's actually helped me get leaner. It's actually helped me get rid of a lot of the back pain that I was going on. And then I just added it to my arsenal. I actually feel more productive. It's easier to get more work done because I'm not feeling tired or anything because I'm sitting down all day. So it can be a great thing to help you out. And of course, if you're not exercising right now, I shouldn't have to tell you this. You've been following me. Like there's so much reasons that I need to tell you, you need to get exercise in. And maybe you're not trying to get a six pack. You're not trying to be a bodybuilder. Neither am I, but I take care of my fitness because it helps me with my mindset. It helps me feel more productive. It helps me feel more energy. It helps me get in a better mood if I do have something going on, or hey, I'm going to get a workout done. We always feel good after workouts, no matter what else we got going on. Get a workout done because it's going to help you feel better mentally, physically. You're going to build muscle. You're going to feel strong. But also, like I said, if you are overweight or you're unhealthy, like, hey, you need to get healthy. You need to work on your fitness, get off any kind of meds. And a lot of the diseases right now, diabetes, high blood pressure, all that shit, it's all because of poor nutrition and working out. I get guys in really good shape. They get off meds, or, you see these guys that lose lots of weight. They feel better. They look better. Everything's better, so if you're not working on your fitness now, you need to start taking it seriously. It could be 30 minutes. It could be a walk, 3 times a week. Start off small, start off where you're at right now and keep on going from there. Maybe now you're going to add in, another workout, or you're going to add in some extra weights or extra activity. But if you just start taking care of your fitness, moving more, working out more, of course, it's going to help you in so much more ways than one. Next is surrounding yourself with the right people, surrounding yourself with better people, your friends, your family. Obviously, the people that you surround yourself with right now is probably going to keep you where you're at right now. So we need to start hanging out with better people, people that are going to push you to new levels, people that are going to have different mindset, habits, belief systems, skill sets than you, so they can actually help you propel to the next level. So that's why I'm a big believer. And of course, coaches, mentors, all these people that have helped change my life, I'm going to tell you the same thing because it has had so much benefit in my life. So if you've never hired a coach, you've never worked with someone, you've never been in a mastermind, start today. It can be the best thing you do. Like I said, it's changed my life because you don't know what you don't know. If you don't know how to scale your business to the next level, if you tried all these diets, you don't know what to do next, you need help from an expert, or you need someone else that has, like I said, a different mindset, different stuff that they are experts at, different stuff they can help you with that you don't know to help you get to the next level. So we need to surround ourselves with people that are in better shape than us, people that make more money than us, people that are better than us in different areas, because that's how we can get to their next level. Pretty soon you're making more money. Pretty soon you're in better shape. Pretty soon you have a whole new circle of friends that are all more successful. And that's exactly what we want. We want to keep leveling up. And that's how we take our life to the next level. And so, of course, like I said, if we have any negative friends, family, stuff like that, we have to limit the time with them because it's just going to bring us down. So start surrounding yourselves with better people. Start working on yourself every single day. I don't care if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes while you drive, podcast, audiobooks, while you walk. Put on an audiobook, just that little knowledge every single day, add it up over time. It's going to change your whole entire life. And we have to start learning lots of new things, whether it's mindset, whether it's new skill sets, so we can keep taking our life to the next level. And of course, one thing I always say, hey, we need some self-care. Sometimes we're taking care of family, business, everything else. We need to work on ourselves and bring our mindset. Sometimes we just need to calm ourselves. We're worried about so much. We got so much going on. But if we take a little bit of time every week, and that's why I don't work on Sundays. Sundays is my day off where I just, relax from everything. I don't really do much workouts on Sundays. I usually do them on Saturdays if I have to. But Sundays is my day to just recover, recharge, replenish. So these are days where sometimes I'll go get a massage, or I'll just relax, or I'll do some rolling out or stretching, or some stuff I can do to just help release some of the tension. Maybe I'll do some gratitude, writing down a bunch of things I'm grateful for, just so I can bring the mind right, and then just kind of have that self time so we feel recharged. Because that way, hey, Monday hits, we're ready to rock and roll. We come in ready to just crush the week. But sometimes, like I said, if we're feeling stressed out, we have a lot of stuff going on. If we can just have a little bit of time, 30 minutes, whatever it is, maybe it's just quiet time, or maybe it's just you journaling something, or maybe it's just going to be some time where you learn some extra stuff. But if you have some time every single week that you're dedicating to self-care, well, now you're going to feel less stressed. You're going to feel better. You're going to be recharged, re-energized, and you're going to be able to crush the week. So if we could do this every single day and every single week, how do you think our life's going to change? If we're waking up every day and we're fueling our body with the fuel it needs to operate properly, when we're hydrating our body so the body can operate it like it's supposed to, when we're sleeping well and recovering well so we're less stressed and wake up and actually feel energized, when we get our mindset right and we have a positive belief in ourselves and we want to do positive things, and we want to be productive, and we have that positive self-talk, when we surround ourselves with people that are going to challenge us and push us to new levels, when we cut off any negative friends, family, news, and we're just in a positive state. And now doing all this stuff, we feel great energy. We feel we want to be productive. We're going to get more done. We're going to have the mindset right. We're going to feel better. We're going to get a lot more done, and we're going to be able to achieve all this stuff in our life. So I encourage you to work on your sleep, work on the food, work on the mindset, work on the hydration, work on all this stuff, because it's going to help you operate better on a daily basis. And when we get more done, we're working on goals constantly. That's how our life changes and life gets better. Life gets better when you do 1% better every single day. That's how we do it. Let's go.